Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on ConsumerHallaTV News at 8, where we'll give you the latest happenings around the globe. I am Ire Ayomikunle Ike. And now to the headlines. The National Bureau of Statistics is to normalize the December inflation data over projected spike. The debt service under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu set to cross 91 trillion naira by 2028. The federal government allocated 334 billion naira for contributory pension in 2026 budget. Straight away from the headlines, we'll start the news this morning as the National Bureau of Statistics said that it would normalize Nigeria's inflation data for December 2025 over a projected spike in last month's Consumer Price Index. This was disclosed yesterday during a virtual stakeholders engagement convened by the NBS and the Nigerian Economic Summit Group. NBS explained that the expected spike in inflation is driven by technical base effect linked to the recent rebasing of the inflation series rather than changes in economic fundamentals. It was reported that multiple analysts have projected a spike in the headline inflation for December on the back of base effect. Meanwhile, projections range from 31.4 to 32.4% year-on-year. As a move away from statistics, the Nigeria's federal government, under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is on course to spend more than 91 trillion naira on debt service between 2023 and 2028. The size of debt highlights the mounting cost of public borrowing amid the persistently weak revenue performance. And this estimate is based on a review of debt service provision in the 2023 and 2024 budget, alongside the 2025 Appropriation Act and forward projections contained in the medium-term expenditure framework for 2026 to 2028. The scale of projected debt service also reflects a combination of rising fiscal deficit, a rapidly expanding debt stock, and elevated interest rate conditions that have intensified since 2023. Still reporting within the federal government of Nigeria has allocated a total of 334 billion naira for contributory pension scheme across its various agencies in the 2026 appropriation bill. The budgetary allocation is intended to cover pension contributions for 674 federal government agencies, parastatals, universities, teaching hospitals, and security agencies, among others. The amount is detailed in the 2026 budget proposal, which was recently submitted to the National Assembly for approval. Elsewhere, the price war in the petroleum sector has continued to deepen as some retail outlets have dropped the prices of premium motor spirits below the 739 naira per litre recommended by the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. Report made it known that since the Dangote Refinery slashed petrol pump prices from about 900 naira to 739 naira in December, many importers and depot owners have lamented mounting losses. And to remain competitive, many operators were forced to sell petrol at rate below their cost. During a survey over the weekend, newsmen observed that some filling stations now sell cheaper than MRS oil, the main partner endorsed by the Dangote Refinery to champion the price reduction to 739 naira per litre. As of Sunday, NIPCO sold fuel at about 738 naira per litre, and South filling stations sold theirs at 735 naira per litre. And an AP filling station beside an MRS outlet in Mowe in August, they dropped its price to 736 naira per litre. Let's tell you that the federal government has commenced a strategic review of tariff policies to encourage the local production, protect the domestic industries, and ease the cost of doing business. This followed a high-level meeting with the Tariff Review Board and the Minister of State for Finance, Dr. Doris Uzoka Anite. where existing tariff regimes were weighed against the backdrop of the rising production costs and foreign exchange pressure. Discussions focus on supporting the federal government industrialization agenda, addressing challenges faced by the local manufacturers and ensuring a balanced approach that facilitates the essential import while strengthening the Nigerian local value chains. The Nigeria Customs Service the Semi-Area Command closed 2025 with a record of 117% revenue surge, generating a total of 15 billion naira as against the 7.2 billion naira it recorded in 2024. The command achieved the highest ever monthly revenue in December 2025 when it generated 3 billion naira. A statement made available by the Superintendent of Customs and Public Relations Officer of Semi-Area Command on behalf of the Custom Area Controller, Mr. Wale Adenuga, said the record is attributed to the effective rollout of the One-Stop Shop initiative by the Controller General of Customs, Mr. Adewale Adeniyi, which improves the command coordination and trade facilitation for stakeholders. Mr. Adenuga added that the command also reduced the checkpoint along the Lagos-Abidjan corridor, all the two locations approved by the federal government, significantly easing the legitimate trade, minimizing delays and contributing to the command's outstanding revenue performance. And now, following a recent news that we told yesterday, our latest update says the federal government has inaugurated a 40 billion closed-circuit television control center for the Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos. Speaking at the inauguration on Sunday, Minister of Works David Umahi said the project followed an extensive rehabilitation works carried out on the bridge after the current administration took office in 2023. Senator Umahi said the CCTV system was first announced in 2025 and was designed to curb dangerous driving and prevent suicide attempts and strengthen security. He added that security personnel would monitor live footage from a control center and enforce speed limit on the bridge. According to him, he said when they came on board in 2023, they met a very terrible Third Mainland Bridge, and that the structure was bad, along with the Qatar and Edo bridges, which required a comprehensive re-evaluation and repairs. But still not away from Lagos State, the operatives of the Lagos State Environmental Task Force have arrested 7 suspected robbers allegedly operating on top of the Bolade Bridge in Oshodi. Following actionable intelligence and sustained surveillance, the arrest was disclosed yesterday in a post on X by the Lagos State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Mr. Tokunbo Wahab. Those arrested were identified as 19-year-old Samuel Olumide, 21-year-old Quadri Oladipupo, 23-year-old Ifa Bomi, 24-year-old Tunde Balogun, 21-year-old Dayo Badmus, 20-year-old Adegunlola Tayo, and 21-year-old Simon Michael. Away from Lagos State, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited is facing a potential legal exposure running into trillions of naira with pending lawsuit against the state-owned energy firm rising to about 2 trillion naira in the financial year ended 2024. This was made known by the analyst of its 2024 annual report. The report showed that while the National Oil Company has recognized 474 billion naira as contingent liabilities in its financial statement, an additional lawsuit estimated at 1.8 trillion naira remain unresolved across various courts, with no provisions made for them. The legal claims figure represent a 1.63 trillion naira increase of about 256% compared with the 638 billion naira recorded in 2023. The analysis showed that NNPC recognized 474 billion naira as contingent liabilities in its 2024 financial statement, a steep rise from the 18 billion naira provided for in 2023. Also an increase of 456 billion naira or over 2,500% year-on-year. To end the news this morning, Park Foundation has successfully concluded Girls can code Cohort 3.0, a partnership with ALX Nigeria. This flagship digital skills initiative aimed to equip young women with in-demand virtual assistant skills, improve their employability, and promote economic empowerment. The Girls Can Code Cohort 3.0 trained 100 young women in core virtual assistant competencies, combining technical instruction with career readiness support. The program is focused on building participant digital confidence, professional competence, and readiness for freelance and remote work opportunities in today's evolving digital economy. And there we have it as we end the news this morning. Before we leave, a recap of the major headline. We told you this morning that the National Bureau of Statistics is to normalize December inflation data of a projected spike. And this was on the news as reported to you this morning that the debt service under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was set to cross 91 trillion naira by 2028. And about the federal government, on the headline, we told you federal government allocated 334 billion for contributory pension in 2026 budget. It's a wrap on the news this morning. I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke. Stay with us for more update. Bye for now.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Hello consumers, you have the right to be heard, absolutely. So join us on the conversation, share your brand experience, where you tell us all your experiences about brand on the outer world via our YouTube channel every Wednesday from the hour of 4:20 to 5:20. You can watch us via our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscription is free. Follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Share your brand experience. It's about storytelling. It's about experiences.
Hello consumers, you're welcome to another exciting episode of Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Consumer Voice is a show where we'll be visiting different places in Lagos to check out people's preferences, hear what the consumers have to say about different leading brands that they make use of.
Hello, it's your boy Iremfeko Foworola, and you know what? They call me the AWUF General Overseer. Every day is a blessing and it is meant to be enjoyed maximally with AWUF packages that put a smile on our faces. And guess what? That is why this show AWUF is for you. You can get to know about trendy market slashes, promos, offers, and juicy deals that put a smile on your faces, and you can always enjoy them maximally. And you know what that's so interesting about this show? It is a blend of English and Pidgin. As I dey run you English, now you go dey marry am with Pidgin. We go make am spicy. So catch me every time on the show to enjoy more about trendy Awoof packages. Peace.
Public service announcement. Hello consumers, I am Kikelomo Ajibola and welcome to the Scam Alert segment on ConsumerHalla TV. Scam Alert educates viewers about various scams affecting consumers. We learn tips on how to identify fraudulent activities and provide advice on protecting our personal information. We aim to raise awareness and empower viewers to avoid falling victim to scams. We cover various topics such as phishing, identity theft, fraudulent investment schemes, and many more. You want to catch up on how these scammers invade our lives? Join us every Tuesday by 12:30 p.m. for Scam Alert on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHalla TV. Subscription is absolutely free. And in case you're not following us across all our social media platforms, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHalla TV. Don't say I didn't do anything for you this 2025. Bye.
Welcome to In the Marketplace. We are taking you on a journey behind the scene of Nigeria's most vibrant market. From the sight and sound of the market to the stories of the people who makes it thrive, we will be sharing the untold stories that brings this market to life. Join us as we explore the history, challenges, and triumphs of the market vendors. We will dive into the daily lives of the people who call markets home and uncover the secret that makes this market special. You will get to see the passion, energy, and dedication that goes into making this market success. Tune in to the In the Marketplace on ConsumerHalla TV on Thursday by 11 a.m. to experience the sight and sound. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handle on ConsumerHalla TV. I am Elizabeth Abefe.
Hello fellow consumers, are you looking for a program where we give analysis about brand and a program where we project the voice of the consumer? Join my team and I on Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box by calling on the program to get your issues resolved.
And in case you are wondering where Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be showing, please join us on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHalla TV. Subscription is free by 2 p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. every Mondays and Wednesdays. Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be airing and will be here to provide you any information on brands and also issues that you have pending for us to resolve. Also follow us across all our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHalla TV. And that is why at ConsumerHalla TV,
You deserve to be heard.
Hi everyone, I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke. Join me live on Perspective every Mondays to Friday from the hour of 9 to 10, where we have meaningful and engaging conversations about all the burning and pressing issues making the round. Issues related to our economy and consumers. It's conversing, it's relatable, it's beyond interview. We have expert analysts who gives updated analysis about all aspects of a conversation. Join the moving train by subscribing to our YouTube channel, ConsumerHalla TV, and do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHalla TV. Stay informed. Thank you.
I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Market Today is the show where we visit different markets across Nigeria, Lagos, to check out the prices of different things, ranging from household items to foodstuffs to cosmetics, electronics, every other thing.
In a world of hustle and bustle, entertainment keeps us alive, and that is why at ConsumerHalla TV, we ensure you enjoy all around 360-degree entertainment program. Screen Time is the show for you, where you enjoy top 5 countdown, celebrity of the week, exclusive interview, and other segments.
Don't mind him, he's just a jealous person.
Oh,
His new movie release, update, and Screen Time. I'm going to enjoy myself because this is my favorite time on the program. I get to recommend good movie for you, and I'm also waiting for you to recommend movies to me also in the comment section. Screen Time is not just all about entertainment, it is relaxing and also educational. So that is why we are bringing to you Screen Time on ConsumerHalla TV. And in case you're wondering where to join us every Mondays by 5 o'clock p.m. at ConsumerHalla TV on our YouTube channel. Subscription is very, very free. And in case you have not followed us across all our social media platforms, please do so. We are begging you, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. What are you waiting for? Click on that follow and subscribe right now.
And from the I to the R to the E to the M to the F to the E, my name is Iremofe Koforola. The man always clothed in went and strength.
And I am Kikelomo Ajibola. Ta-da!
My name is Tunde Olufowora, and I'm the CEO of Brand Eye Communications. We are what we call the publisher or the owner of the new initiative called ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is actually Nigeria's first consumer-centered, or called a consumer-centric television platform that aims to bring voice to the over 220 million Nigerians. It was a vision that came to my heart about 10 years ago. I remember that I was traveling. I traveled out of the country, on airline. And I had this unpleasant experience. It was a trip to an African country from Nigeria, and I actually went with a local flight from Nigeria. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the airline. And then it was to South Africa. And we landed in South Africa. And let me just paraphrase it. When I was coming back, I had some money, some dollars, and that someone had given to me to hand over to another person in Nigeria. So I wanted to help out. I didn't want to carry the cash on myself. So for whatever reason, I opted to. I had a small case, and I felt that it was safer for me to put the money in my luggage. So I put it in a safe place in my luggage, got everything intact, and I checked in my luggage. My arrival in Nigeria, I was standing and was waiting by the carousel just so that I could pick up my luggage, and then I was there for 1 hour and waiting for my luggage. I didn't know that my luggage already arrived, and it was one of the luggage that was moving around on the carousel. So after about 1 hour wait, I looked to my left and my right. Almost everybody had gone. I think there were just about 2 or 3 left. So I beckoned on the woman that was on my side, and I noticed she was really in tears. Madam, what happened? She said, her bag has just been torn and a lot of things stolen. So I said, well, I've also been waiting for my own. She said, you better go and check those luggages there. Maybe yours is one of them. And lo and behold, I went around there. Mine was one of them. By the time I got it, everything inside my luggage was gone. All the valuable things there were gone. To cut the long story short, we felt there was need for us to report the case, at least to the airline. It was in the night, about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We went in to go and see the officer that was in charge. As soon as we got in there, the officer said, "Oh, so sorry, but you will have to go to our head office in somewhere in Victoria Island, to lodge a complaint." Okay. So the next day we went to the Victoria Island and we lodged a complaint, and that was it. And since that day, I'm talking a story of over 10 years ago, I didn't get a call, not even a call from that airline to talk to me about what happened to my luggage. Now, about a month after that trip, I had another opportunity to travel out of the country. This time around it was to US, and it was an official assignment. And I flew on, I will mention the airline this time around. I flew on a BA, I really didn't like BA. I usually go with Virgin Atlantic and things like that. But my protocol officer convinced me and said, okay, you will love BA. Why don't you go on BA? Anyway, so I went on BA to US. And of course, when I returned from US to Nigeria, we had to do, of course, there will be like a connecting flight, from Heathrow. So we got into London Heathrow, and then because it was through Heathrow that we went, and then so they changed since it was BA, they changed the aircraft this time around to a bigger one. I mean, clearly because there were more Nigerians, or more people that were planning to come to Nigeria, and then we boarded. Not quite 10 minutes into the flight, in the air, the aircraft started malfunctioning. The air conditioning compartment were not functioning very well. I was on what you call business economy. The whole of that business economy all the way to economy side, the ACs were not working well. It was hot, and then I was watching, and then from that moment till we got to Nigeria. From that moment till we got to, I'm just trying to paraphrase. From that moment till we got to Nigeria, I could remember very well how many times the pilot, broke into conversation and had to apologize and say, "We're really very sorry about this." He was giving us almost every 30 minutes. There's always a kind of update. So sorry, this is what we're doing now, this is what we're doing. While we were on that journey, I also remember an incident. So they came, the crew apparently couldn't resolve they couldn't manage the crisis or what was going on about it. They couldn't fix it. So they come up and said, we're so sorry, but for all the inconvenience, we're declaring, free lunch, free whatever it is you want, you can get. So trust Nigerians, you need to hear how everybody was jubilating, But something struck me. The experience I had just about a month before, and this experience, somehow I started comparing them. I was trying to see how this matter will be managed. Again, to cut the story short, we landed in Nigeria on the BA. Before we landed, the pilot announced and said that for the inconvenience, they will be giving a voucher of £50 to everyone that flew on that aircraft. I thought it was a joke. I mean, it was my first time with BA, but for what I knew or know of the British man would never even play with his 1 penny, talking of £1. So I felt that must be a joke of the year. So we left. I got back to my office. I think it was just about a week after. Our guys in our mail room came up and said, "Oh, you have a parcel." So I said, "Parcel? Yeah." So they bought this parcel wrapped. I opened it, and boom, I bought the document out. It was the £50 voucher from BA. So what's the tenor of this story? An experience with one airline was terrible, no apology. An experience with another one, even though it was a bad experience, but it was very well managed. So managed that even if we have suffered anything in that aircraft, you probably, for the sake of how they manage it, will have forgiven them. So that was how this journey started. So I started thinking in my mind, this is what we go through in this country. But are we different from other nations? So God put in my heart the idea of ConsumerHalla. That's why the Halla came with consumer. And we started that journey about 10 years ago. We started by creating a platform called ConsumerHalla, where consumers, so I discovered that Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. So things happen, and that's it. We live with everything. So we've started the journey from creating a platform. We have an app, we even have a magazine, and we thought we could move it from that to the next stage, which is the television. So the TV today, has come. So I would say precept by precept, line upon line, we have been able to build on our
It's a beautiful day, and you know what that means. It is Market Today on ConsumerHalla TV. As we all know, Market Today is a show where we explore different markets for the prices and availability of different food items, products like gadgets, electronics, cosmetics, beauty products, and every other product that constitutes the consumer's daily buy. Today, we are back at Fagba Market to know what's going on with the new year, what's lesser in price, and what's higher in price, what brings profit, and what market does not really have much profit. My name is Uwoke Peace, and this is me today on Market Today on ConsumerHalla TV. Come with me, let's explore Market Today for today. Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning, my sister.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Happy New Year to you.
Same to you.
Okay. Ma, can you tell me your name and what you sell in Fagba Market?
Okay, my name is Mrs. Ogechi. I'm selling vegetables, all kind of veggies.
All kinds of veggies.
Of course.
Okay, can you tell me the prices of your veggies, the vegetable that you sell?
I have, here is Ugu. I had one of 200. I had one of 500. The same thing with shortcut, 200, 500. I have a 4 grain, which is about quartet. I had that one also, 200, 500. I have a wedu. I have correct Igbo leaf. Correct. I have any kind of leaf. This here is vegetable depot.
Vegetable depot. That's so nice. That's good. Okay, let me ask you, where do you get your vegetable from? Where do you buy them?
Okay. Sometimes I go to farm, while sometimes I go to the market. But I like going to the farm because it's much cheaper than market. But the stress of going to farm is a little bit hard than market. Like market, I would just go and buy, come back. But in the farm, I would want to cut it by myself there. They will say for me, coming back again. But I prefer going to market for now because of the stress.
So when you go to the farm, there are people there that sell to you, of course. Okay, so if you're buying from the farm, how much do you buy from the farm?
If I'm buying a bunch of the bell, sometimes in the farm they say in the bunch, they say in the bell you can buy the bell, which is on the one that's still on the ground.
Yeah.
So you cost it by yourself. It depends how big the farm is and the small. So they sell it according to the big or the size of the farm.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay, so if you go to the market too, how do you buy? How much do you buy?
Like now, the one they bring for us from Ijabu, which they call Pampa, some of them are 20-something thousand. The one we buy from market, the one they call one hand, you can buy that one from 6,000 naira up or 10,000, depending size by size. We have different sizes.
Okay, well, so let me ask, how long have you been in this business?
Okay, for now, I think this is 6 years.
6 years?
Of course.
And it's this vegetable that you've been selling?
Of course.
So how has it been sustainable?
Oh, very, very good. I love the business. There's no work that's not stressful. Every work is stressful. It's how you take your own. I love it. I like it. For me now, I'm used to it. It's no more that stressful to me because I'm already used to the business.
So in this vegetable business, do you think you have loyal customers?
Of course.
So why do they buy from you? Why do they keep coming back?
Okay, the way I treat my customers, I make them happy so that they will keep coming because this is what I'm selling. I cannot eat it only me. So I have to be kind to people, kind to my customers. You know, they can even if they don't want to buy. That's how you approach customers. They will come back and buy. And you talk to them in a good manner that they make them to come.
So let's talk about the Christmas period. During the Christmas period, did you sell for 200, 500 naira or it was higher?
No. During the Christmas period, it's the same price, 200, 500. I didn't change anything.
With the same quantity?
The same quantity.
Okay, so let's talk about challenges. Do you think there's any challenge that you face in this market that affects how you buy and how you sell?
Yes, the challenge is this. During dry season, as we're entering dry season now, so the price of vegetable is normal go higher every year. Is our expense every year. So the price you bought, maybe last time during the rainy period, I bought a one bumper 20,000. During dry season, it may go out 30,000 or 20 something. You understand? So it's not the same price. So when we are tying it to, you need to reduce hand so that you can be able to meet the money and your gain inside.
Okay, let's talk about the government and this market. If there's one thing that the government could do to help this market to make it better for you, to make it more convenient, what would you say?
That is very, very good question. This market, all the women here, let me just say all the women, everybody really need help. All the women here. Because since I've been in this market 6 years now, I see the way the market, things are going. Most women here, they borrow money to buy and sell. When they borrow the money, they will be paying people that they borrow those money from, and then too they will try to meet all the target, pay our money that we pay here every time, every week. So they may not be able to meet up. But after paying all this money, they may not have enough money again to go and buy. It's not your own money that you're using to buy the market. It's the money that you borrow. It's only the gain inside that you use to do everything other needs that you need to meet up. So if the government can come inside the market, help them with the financial capital money they can use to buy market, I think the women will be very, very excited if they can do that for us.
That's good. So you mentioned that you make weekly payments here. How does the weekly payment help you in this business? What does it do for you? What's the essence of it?
Okay, the weekly payment we pay here, we pay money for Loma. That one we pay that one every week. It's our agreement. So we pay every week. So we pay the market money. We are selling. We are paying for the space. So we pay money every Saturday. So if there's any other need in the market too, we do pay them also.
You pay them also.
Of course.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, ma.
Hi, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
So, ma, can you tell me your name and what you sell in Fagba Market?
I'm Mrs. Ebe. I'm selling plantain.
Mrs. Abel.
Mrs. Ebe.
Abel, okay. Mrs. Abel, how long have you been in this market?
Like 10 years or 11.
Okay, so since this is the first time I'm seeing you this year, Happy New Year.
I wish you the same.
Okay, you've been in this market for
10 years,
10 years.
or 11 years.
Wow, that's so long. And how has the business been for you?
I'm thank God though, because some people they do this thing, they no fit meet up. Some people don't leave this man, but I still thank God for today. I still be so I thank God.
So where do you buy your plantains from?
I buy it for Idioro market after Oshodi.
After Oshodi. Okay, can you walk me through the process of you buying the plantain? When you go to the market, do you have a specific supplier or you just buy from anyone that's selling at that moment? And how much do you buy them?
And the 2 days and are different coach to coach.
Okay.
The thing no dey right. You see first set, second set, not be the same price. So if you price here, if you see say the thing no favor you, and leave it and go another place. Because sometimes I will price like 3 places before I buy it. Because you call 1 dozen, either 150, 120, 1,000. Matter I will start am from 40,000. If I no gree, if I see say I use I cut it, I no see my own profits, I will leave it. I will go another place. But the season of the plantain, but we don't know the season of plantain now. Because before by now plantain for everywhere, but the price go dey different. But now no season difference. Now small thing na be the difference wey dey.
Okay. So how much do you sell them now?
I will sell it 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira.
A bunch?
No, not be bunch.
Okay.
Shady. But bunch, you see 7,000, 5,000 naira.
7,000, 5,000 naira.
But shade one, 2,000, 3,000.
So when you go to Idioro market to buy the plantain, this item, Do you buy in bag or in basket?
No, no be bag. Na dozen.
Okay.
Na dozen dey shade down. After dozen coach or hip, but I will buy it hip. They put pieces under. Even that bag sef na black market. Sometimes na break one or they you call am olugomo. They put am inside. By the time they no go allow you to open it. By the time we reach house, go see say na sausage. And person wey dey do elbow na im dey fit or plantain cheese. For shade like this, no fit. They dey always dey buy from me.
They always buy from you.
Yes.
And why do they always buy from you?
And they like it, and the plantain, my plantain na Benin plantain. So no be white because Yoruba plantain dey, Benin one dey, Bayelsa one dey, but that Benin plantain dey always red. So they always come to me. The matter order is small, no say they go complain it's small. I will see people they see buy it.
So let's come back to this market. Is there any challenge that you face in this market that affects how you buy and how you sell to your customers?
No, I don't see challenge now. Only ma cut that place. So after that one, I don't see any challenge.
Oh, all right, ma. Okay, so if you could tell the government one thing that will make this market better for you, what would you say?
See, the two days I say, what I want to tell government, we need help because like our market, some people no have enough money to start the business. You see, say the inside they empty.
Yeah.
No money. Some don't borrow loan. It's got the loan even too much. Some borrow from online, but the loan too much. So the thing they affect it. If you say the government can help market people,
Yeah.
so other the loan fee small before even better all this online loan. Maybe borrow 20,000 at the end of the day, no take time. The 20,000 will turn to 50,000 naira. So that's in the affect some people, especially business market people. So I beg government other they can help market people.
Okay, now let's talk about last year, December. During the Christmas period, did you sell the plantains for 2,000 naira, the same amount you are selling now, or was it a little bit higher?
And the 2 days I say now the same that 2,000 I see the shade. But the difference with days I say as they just start new year now, price don't dey high. Because I always buy 35, 40. But if I go market yesterday, I buy those 50,000 naira. So I will reduce them, but I'll still they sell it 2,000 naira. Because they don't know say 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira. They do always they buy from my hand. So I reduce them, but I still shade down to 2,000.
So you reduce the quantity.
I reduce.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma, for your time.
Thank God.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, so Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Can you tell me your name and what you sell in Fagba Market?
My name is Precious Chidera. I sell food items mostly, such as egusi, crayfish, stockfish, dry fish, palm oil, gari, and so on.
So can you tell me some of the prices, the ones you can remember, the egusi, the dry fish, the crayfish, the granite oil? Tell me what the price.
Derica of egusi is 2,000. While the derica of anpil is 2,500.
Okay.
Per bottle of palm oil and red oil is 2k each.
Okay.
While the dry fish are of different sizes depending on the size you want, ranging from 300 upwards. We have the native catfish and we have the one that was trained.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about this. Is the native?
That's Thailand fish.
That's Thailand fish.
Yes.
How much is the Thailand fish?
It's 1,500. While the
1,500.
smaller one is 1k.
1K.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the native ones, yeah?
Yes.
How much is this one?
This one is 300 naira.
Okay. The
Yes.
other one?
We have about 500, 1,000 upwards.
Okay. Let's talk about where you buy them from.
Okay.
Where do you buy the food items from? The fish, the Thailand fish,
Okay.
the egusi, the crayfish, the granite oil. Where do you get them from?
Most times the dry fish we buy from Ileko because it's preferable to buy it from the Ileko. Then every other things we get from Oyingo, such as crayfish, egusi, stockfish, and why we don't buy the dry fish from Oyinbo is because there are lots of crowd there, such as the people traveling abroad, so they tend to sell it expensive, not considering we that are reselling. So we just prefer to buy the dry fish from Ileko since it's cheaper there.
So how long have you been in this market? How long have you been in this business?
It's actually my mom's business. I'm just assisting her currently due to her absence. She has been in this market, I think, for over like 30 years now. Yeah. We're all trained in the business. My senior ones that are married and are with kids now.
So, and this business has been sustainable for you and your family?
Yes. We actually, more like we wrecked last year due to our illness. But with time, since we were able to get some loan from the bank, and with God on our side, we came back. We are standing here today.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's talk about the challenges you face in this market.
The challenges we face here is envy and envy. Now, you have lots of people selling the same market you sell. If they see crowd here, they don't know. They don't know how long you've been on this business. They just all of a sudden they start keeping one nonsense face.
I mean, humans will be humans, but yeah. All right, then let's also talk about what you would say to the government. If the government were to help you to make this market better, what would you say to the government?
If they will support us with funds, it will really go a long way for I and my mom. I'm actually speaking for myself. I don't know about every other person.
Okay. All right, then. Okay, let's talk about last year, December, the Christmas period.
Yeah.
During the Christmas period, did you sell these goods for the same price you're selling now?
Yes. We did not inflate any price due to either festive period or no festive period. It was just, I think there was a price change from the market. Okay. It was just very slight. It was not as much as last year and upper years. This year, festive period, price of things really came down. Okay. Compared to last 2 years rather.
Okay, since the prices were inflated, where you got it from?
Yeah.
Did the quantity reduce?
The quantity, no.
The same quantity.
Yeah, the same quantity, and just little amount was added to it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Hey, good morning, ma.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Ma, can you tell me your name and what you sell in Fagba Market?
My name is Misola Akinshola. I sell food stuff and frozen food.
Food stuff and frozen
food, yeah.
So let's talk about the food stuff first.
Okay.
Tell me the types of food stuff you have in your shop right now.
Okay. We have semo, spaghetti, bama, Maggi, tomato, Simas butter, so on, sweet corn,
okay,
green peas, sardine, Titus, geisha, then vegetable oil.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about the prices of some of the items you mentioned. The semo, how much is the semo for the spaghetti, the granola, the vegetable oil, the tomato, the sardine? Let's talk about the prices.
Okay. The semo of 1 kg is 1.7. Semolina is 1.6 for 1 kg, and the 2 kg is 3,200. The spaghetti is 1,000 naira. The macaroni 1 kg is 1,000 naira. And like this now, the power oil here is 17,000, and the mamador is 7.5. The power oil 2.3 is 12,000. Then the 1.4 is 7,000. Likewise, the tomatoes here are 1.2. The big ones are 2.7. Like Sarah is 2.7. This one is 2.5. Then the sachet one is 200. We have the one of 150.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I'm looking at that big sachet over there.
Okay.
Tomato, yeah.
We have the big one here. This is 1.1, and this one is 2,700. 2,700. This one is 1.2.
Okay.
The smallest one is 600.
600.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about
ketchup.
You have the ketchup here. So
Yeah.
how much? If I'm going to buy ketchup from you now, how much is it?
17. I'll sell 17. Yeah.
17.
Yes.
Okay. Let's move to the condiments. Let's talk about Maggi. You have Knorr here. You have
Chicken flavor.
the chicken flavor. You have this other one. So tell me how much you sell them for.
Okay, I sell the chicken flavor, the one of 20 in a pack. I sell it 350.
Okay.
And I have the one of 25. I sell it 400.
Okay.
I have the one of 80 pieces. I sell it 14.
Okay.
And I have the one of 100 pieces. For the cube, I sell it 17.
Okay.
This one is not Maggi, no beef, no chicken. I sell it 2,200. These ones here are Star Maggi. I sell it 17.
Okay.
And I have the powder one. I sell it 18. I have the powder no chicken. I sell it 2,000 naira.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we've talked about the food items you have here. Let's talk about the frozen foods.
Okay.
So what do you have inside this refrigerator?
Yes, we have Kote, Titus, Panla egg. I have soft chicken.
Okay.
I have turkey.
Okay.
I have fingers. I have chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Yes.
Okay, tell me the prices.
The price of Kote is 4,500 now.
Okay.
Then the price of Titus is 6,500. Soft chicken is 5,500.
Okay.
Then the chicken orobo, we have that one different. That chicken orobo is 6,200 now. Then the chicken wings is 7,500. The finger is 6,000 naira, and the turkey is 9,000.
Okay, for how many kg?
For 1 kg.
1 kg
each. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about how long you've been in this business. How long you've been in Fagba market? How long has it been?
I've been in Fagba for the past 5 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how has it been for you?
And it's very good. It's good, child.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on from that, let's talk about challenges in this market. Do you face any challenge?
Yeah. Yeah. We face challenges. Even we face challenges because of the lights.
Oh yes.
No, there are sometimes that they would take the lights for like 5 days. That's one of the challenges. Our market got spoiled. That's the worst challenges I have here now. Because sometimes no lights. So that's.
So are you making? Is there any plans you've made to combat that? You know, there's no light. So when there's no light, what do you do?
If there's no light, I will know how to buy market now. You know, I wanted to do this solar stuff, but because of these Malam people here, they will just, if you do it today, they will remove it tomorrow. That's why I cannot waste my money and do all this stuff. So if there is no lights, I will not bother buying food stuff inside the shop. And I mean the frozen
one.
If I want to buy, I will just buy like small that I can be able to sell for that day.
Yeah.
So that's it.
You mentioned that you've been in this market for over 5 years.
Yes.
So do you think you have loyal customers, people that will always buy from you no matter what?
Yes, I have loyal customers, because if you tell some customers that I don't have this good, go and buy it there, they'll say, when are you going to get it? I'll say, okay, tomorrow or Friday. Don't worry, I'll come back. That's one of the loyal customers. And I have some loyal customers too that they are not here anymore.
Yeah.
So
why do they keep buying from you? I mean, what makes you special? What's the special offer you give to them?
It's not that special. No, I sell my things. I'm very loyal with what I'm selling.
Yeah.
I'm very good at it. Like, I don't like, they will tell me that I reduce my scale, I do this. I don't do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What I buy, I sell. So I don't increase my goods or something.
Okay, let's talk about the government. If there was one thing you could say to the government to make this market better, more convenient for you, what would you say?
I don't even know what to say. Okay. But government should help us to, like, they should bring everything down. Because I think the way things are, all these things that we are selling 17 now, before we are selling 700 naira.
Wow.
So now we are selling 17. Not everybody can afford it. Yeah. So maybe government should just work towards all this stuff. So they should just bring it down.
You know, we just finished the Christmas.
Yeah.
So how much did you sell? Which of your which of the food items in this shop did, increased money a little bit, added a little bit of money?
Okay, chicken orobo.
Okay.
Added we sell 6,000 to 6,500. The other day 6,500.
Okay.
Another day 6,200. It depends on what we buy. Then what else again? This Maggi,
Yeah.
I usually sell it 19.
Okay.
But the one I bought last, I can't sell it. I bought like 2,000 plus, so I
Okay.
had to add money to it and sell it 2,200. So that's just it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am.
And you're welcome. Hello, good morning.
Madam, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So can you tell me your name and what you sell in Fagba market?
My name Mohammed.
Okay. What do you sell in this market?
Now pepper, tomato, onions, everything I dey sell.
Everything they sell.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mohammed, tell me how much you sell tomato for.
Tomato I dey sell am. Before I dey sell am 1,500. Now don't come on money. I dey sell am 700, 400.
700, 400.
Yeah.
So for this one?
This one 500.
This one 500.
Yeah, I dey sell am 400.
Okay.
That one to tatashe 500. Bawa 500. Onions 500. Pepper 500.
500. So if I want to buy paint now,
Yeah.
let's assume I want to buy paint.
Yeah.
How much do you sell paint?
I dey sell am 5,000, 4,000.
5,000, 4,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Mohammed, let's talk about when you started this business. When did you start this business in this market?
I don't think.
You don't see?
Yes.
So maybe 10 years, 5 years, 3
Yes,
years.
I don't pass 10 years.
Wow.
That time where the market start.
Mhm.
As it did.
That's where you were. So
Yeah.
you have customers that always buy from you.
Yes, people they come by. I get customer way before. So now the tea they no, I don't know how the tea big.
So why are people not buying again?
I don't know because in Nigeria how big now. I saw everybody they Malaysian. That's why. Now what are they think with that? Other na everybody they Malaysia for this country. That's why they buy small.
Okay, so Mohammed, tell me. Let's assume you want to talk to the government now
So
to make this market better for you.
So-
You've already said that there's no market. So let's assume you can talk to the government about what will make this market more better for you so that you'll be able to get more profit. What will you say?
So everybody may get business now. If you get business, everything go see come down now. Everybody go happy to the team make it come down.
Okay. So you don't have anything to say to the government?
No, I don't get anything I want to talk for government because no be me they do am. Now go to the do am.
Okay. So do you have any problem that you face in this market?
Still I no get. Again, now the problem I get for this market, for the market is no strong, and the problem with that.
Okay, Mohammed, during Christmas period, how much did you sell tomato for? How much did you sell onions? How much did you sell your pepper?
Well, then this onions and our commodity money. This one I want to the seller.
During that Christmas period?
Yes.
The onions now, as it is, how much is it?
Instead now 500.
500 naira. So during that Christmas period, you sold it for 500 naira. Even the pepper and the tatashe.
Yes, all of them. I never add money.
You never add money?
Yes, because I know how the tea go.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
No.
It's a mini market, but it is just like every other market that tends to your daily buy. Today we have explored Fagba Market and we have seen that you can get whatever food item you want based on the availability, your budget and the quantity. My name is Nweke Peace and it is not yet over, but until the next time, you can catch us on ConsumerHallaTV on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Until the next episode, bye for now.
Good morning, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us on Perspective, the breakfast show on ConsumerHalla TV, where we talk about all pressing and burning issues making the rounds. I am Ire Ayo Mikule Eke, and today will be quite special because I'm not the only one on the conversation this morning. Kike, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Now, thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. Happy New Month.
Happy New Month,
All right.
actually.
Okay. I'm sure you're ready for the conversation.
I am. This is my first time on Perspective.
All right.
So
Good then.
go.
Let's kickstart. On today's edition of Perspective, we'll be metal decal a bit because we'll be looking into the crucial role of a medical laboratory scientist in the fight against the antimicrobial resistance. And the medical laboratory scientists are key players in fighting antimicrobial resistance, AMR, I beg your pardon. They use tests like microscopy, culture, and the susceptibility to test the identify pathogens, which are the bacterium, virus, or other microorganisms that can cause disease. And also to guide treatment and track the resistance patterns. This helps preserve the antibiotic effectiveness and protect the public health. Simple actions like seeking proper diagnosis and avoiding self-medication, which can make a big difference. And for more insight on the conversation this beautiful morning, we have Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele, who will help us understand the importance of this conversation relating to our economy. It's a pleasure to have you, Mr. Peters. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, then. You look dap.
Thank you.
All right, are you ready for the conversation?
Definitely.
All right, good. Now let's get into it. What are the most common misconceptions about AMR, and how can we address them in Nigeria?
So, the biggest one would be the common knowledge, which we are driven by at the start of the word, which is that every ailment, every sickness is malaria or typhoid.
Yeah.
So this belief has driven us to everyone being physicians of their own. You'll see a mother who sees a child, I have a headache, I feel hot, and just runs to the chemist, to not even the pharmacy.
The chemist, that we call in Nigeria.
A chemist, just a roadside shop to get medication, anti-malaria, antibiotics, to just get them treated. And once they feel that, okay, this person, the fever has broken, no more headache, they stop the medication. And according to World Health Organization, it is funny to say that wellness is, or well-being is not just absence of disease. It's not just when you don't feel well. It's the complete and awesome physical, mental, and social well-being. There are some people, they don't feel hot, they don't have fever, but then they are sick. They are mentally sick. So if you not say that, okay, it's only when you have fever that you're sick, it's a fallacy. So the major misconception is the fact that we do not understand that well-being or wellness is far beyond just absence of these symptoms.
Okay.
There are many diseases that might have the same symptom. Take, for example, the common cold.
Yeah.
Influence caused by maybe influenza, and also look at compare that with pneumonia, bacterial pneumonia.
Yes.
Though they do have the same catarrh, cough, and all that, but then if you use antibiotics for what you can just treat with by just resting, because your body makeup has its own war machineries that fight these things, which are the white blood cells. So sometimes what we just need is rest, but then everything is malaria, typhoid. So I believe that with this understanding that not everything needs treatment first, and the right way, how do you know that your the cause of your car's fault if you don't take it to a mechanic to diagnose it?
Exactly.
So we just see ourselves just doing things just because we feel like it.
I think we even take care of our cars more than we take care of ourselves, because we all know that you cannot just open your bonnet and start going through it. But when it comes to our body, ourselves, which is actually the engine of life, we don't get to take care of it as much as we do other things in life. But before we continue on the conversation this morning, I want to actually understand what AMR is. What is antimicrobial resistance? What causes them, and the fact that many Nigerians may be familiar of, there is something that causes this particular thing, but they don't know what it is and how they can avoid it.
Okay. In simple terms, let's take for example, someone comes to you and gives you a slap through this door. The next day, the person comes through this door and gives you the same slap. The third day, the person comes through this door and gives you the same slap. What would be your response? You might want to close the door to prevent that kind of assault. So antimicrobial resistance, in simple terms, is when the drug, which is the antibiotics, we use for bacteria, because antibiotics is for bacteria.
Okay.
So when you use antibiotics for a viral infection, it won't work. So antimicrobial resistance is this: the bacteria that does antibiotics are supposed to kill, they grow resistant. They create some kind of shell wall against the antibiotics that is being used.
Okay.
So that is the simple concept of what antimicrobial resistance is. So that is how this happens. So the general knowledge is this: we've seen that, you see people say that, okay, staph aureus, if you have this thing, staph aureus, you hear that this thing very commonly. And then when you see someone with maybe UTI, when you see someone with maybe some people even STIs. I've seen a lady when I was doing my service. She just she told me that she was having some kind of feeling, and she brought out an antibiotics, just the one that she's been using before, and she just takes one or two, and she sees that she's feeling better. She leaves it.
Yeah, they continue the medication. Yeah, they don't finish the medication.
But then the thing is this: when you use antibiotics as prophylaxis, that is, you use it as a preventive measure. Or you continuously
use it.
Yes, it creates some kind of the bacteria. It kills some of them, while it immunizes some of them.
Okay,
it empowers them, so that when you use that drug subsequently, it won't work for that.
For the one you're what you're targeting it for anymore.
Yeah.
So I get that. That means that it's in common terms, it has killed all the good bacteria that's supposed to protect you when you're using the particular drug.
Yes, there is that. There is that.
Okay.
And there is the fact that when you're supposed to use, this is how it works. When you use a medication, it goes through processes.
Okay.
Your liver breaks it down, releases the active part of that drug into your system, and then it is transported to that target cell where it's needed.
Okay.
So what happens is that when you use that drug, and there's something we call bioavailability of the drug. So when you use that drug, it kills some of them. And that is why, and when it gets to a point, the availability of that drug in the system reduces.
Okay.
Which is why some people will tell you use this drug twice in a day.
Oh, use once a day.
Yes, yes. So because it is believed that after like 9 hours or 12 hours, the concentration of that drug has reduced.
Okay.
So you need to replenish it.
Okay.
So that the effect of the drug would continue. And that is why they tell you that, okay, use this for 5 days.
Exactly, in limited time, not stay on it for the rest of your life.
So use this for 5 days, but then you see people say after 2 days they feel well
and they stop it. Yeah, especially with malaria drugs. Nigerians, we do that a lot.
All right, interesting. Mr. Oluwafemi, I love those analyses. They are LD and they are sharp. Now, let's look into this. How can the medical laboratory scientists collaborate with healthcare professionals to optimize antibiotic use and reduce AMR?
Well, that's a very lovely question. I think we are doing better now compared to some 10 years ago, because medical practice now is working towards even personalized medicine. And what do I mean by that? We've come to understand the importance of collaboration in the healthcare space, in the medical space, where we see the importance of the doctor, with the importance of the pharmacist, the importance of the nurse, the importance of the medical laboratory scientist.
Okay.
Some years ago, we do not have that. I could remember when during my training as a medical laboratory scientist, I went to a doctor in our clinic then, and I told him that, see, I've done tests, and I've seen that I have malaria. And the guy was like, who told you that? It's only it's testing that will tell you that you have malaria. I was like, what are you even saying? The only way you can confirm if you have an ailment is when you go through testing. And now, because you want to prove some kind of superiority complex, you're trying to talk me down. And at the end of that conversation, he was telling me that, do you know you can still go back and do medicine? I was like, that's even out of the point. But now we've come to understand the unique roles of each healthcare professional. So the role of the medical laboratory scientist is even beyond diagnosis. We even do surveillance. Because you cannot say that a drug is resistant except we tell you that it's resistant. Because in a climb like ours, 2 weeks ago, I was in a conference, a summit, Impact Africa Summit. And then they asked a question like, okay, how do you know the effectiveness of the drug and all that? And the first thing the physician said was that, see, the first thing that comes to mind when you talk about, when you see a drug not functioning, is that you've prescribed or you've used a fake drug.
There's that.
There's that. And there is drug resistant. So the first thing that comes to mind for a random physician who is not that deep is that maybe it's a fake drug. Let's try and get from another source. But then you cannot confirm that a drug is resistant if we have not told you that it's resistant. Because what we do in the lab is that we try to isolate the organism. We try to grow it in the lab. And then we test different drugs. We identify it that, okay, this is this, this is that. Then we try to test different drugs against that organism. And then we now track the one that is effective, the one that is not effective. We call it resistant drugs, and we now detect the ones that are sensitive.
So you're saying that it's not only antibiotics that can be resistant to somebody.
No.
There can be other drugs also that can be resistant to somebody, because I think in the last 3 years, antibiotics has been the forefront of conversations for medical practitioners about resistance, about how they will do surgeries for people and then they will try to treat some infections with antibiotics, and it doesn't work anymore. All because of the fact that the people, Nigerians, we tend to use a lot of antibiotics. I don't know who is prescribing it for us, but any little thing we're going to, just like a UTI you mentioned, most ladies will tell you, I'll use Flagyl 400 and then I'm good to go. You didn't go to the hospital to know whether you can use it. You didn't even know whether you can take injection for it, because a lot of people think infection is stereotype alone to sexually transmitted disease, whereas you can get UTI as a lady in a different form, but they don't know. Maybe they are shy to talk about that with their doctors. Maybe they don't want to be judged, because most of them will be like, why would I go to the hospital to go and tell a male doctor or a female doctor that I have? They'll be like, oh, maybe I am loose. Those are conversations that medical practitioners need to actually have with different people. They need to bring out this awareness that there's some illness that is not even associated to STI, but many people don't know that. We are according to maybe research or statistics, is common for women to actually have infection. Maybe because of where you are using your toilet, maybe the water you are using. You know, the first time I got a UTI infection, it was the water in where I served in Ibadan. It was a well water that I used, and I noticed it, and I'm like, I've never, you know, something that I've never noticed that before. I've never had a change in my body like that. So I called my father. You know, I called my father like, Dad, this is like, okay, go to the hospital. Somebody told me, a friend of mine told me to use flagyl 400. I've never heard that flagyl has 400 milligrams. I only know the flagyl, and that flagyl that we even use for stopping poo. It's not even a right medication for stopping poo. So I don't use it anymore. But if I tell my mom now that you don't use flagyl, she'll be like, that's what they use to stop poo. There's a particular medication for poo, for you to stop your poo, for stooling. That's not it, but she doesn't listen. So I called my father. Was like, no, go to the hospital, go and check what's wrong, because I just explained my symptoms to my friend, my female friend, and she was like, no, just use flagyl, that's it. So maybe she has gotten it a lot of time, because that was the first time I was getting it. So I had to go to the hospital, and when I got, they were like, oh, buy a grapefruit or a grape wine, make sure you finish the whole bottle, and just come for 2 days medication, 2 days injection. And I went, and in that 2 days, that was, and when I told her, I was like, are you sure it's gone? Because I treat mine sometimes for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, you can see the difference of someone that went to the hospital. And the doctor even explained to me that sometimes if you take a lot of grape, or what they call it, this grape juice, it tends to help your bladder release more, because you are forcing your pee, it's not coming out. But then your bladder is full, but because of the fact that you have a little bit of obstruction, that is the reason why. So just make sure you always take grape fruit, or I can't remember the name of but it tastes like grape. But I remember I took that Eva wine or something, that red one. That's what he recommended for. And I don't think he even gave me any medication. It was just those 2 days injections, and that was it. But for my friend, it was a different experience entirely. So it could be that for her now, maybe she's already getting that resistance that you are talking about. How can you be on that flagyl is very bitter. So I don't know how you're using it for a whole, and she's telling me 1 in the morning, 1 in the night. So you're telling me I'm going to use like 3 sachet for like, because I'm treating something. No, that's not going to work for it. So that's why I'm very particular about. It's not now just about antibiotics. There are also other medications that you can actually develop resistance for.
Yes, there are actually other resistance is resistant. It can be to a viral drug, it can be to many kind of medications, any kind. But the most common one has been
antibiotics.
Biotics.
Okay, because that's what is very common.
That is the most common one. And people just believe that if it has worked the first time, it will work the second time, which is not entirely true. The body has, take for example the UTI. The body has good microorganisms that actually protect you. But then when you use antibiotics indiscriminately, you kill them.
Those are the good bacteria I was talking about.
Yeah. So you kill them, and then you allow for these bad microorganisms
to be playing ball.
All right, interesting. Mr. Olafemi, while making your analysis the other time, you made mention of the role of the laboratory, and you made mention of surveillance. Now, let me ask you, can you please elaborate on the role of surveillance in tracking resistant patterns and informing public health policies?
So, like I said the other time, we've had a lot of policies around antimicrobial resistance, which has helped also in preserving and protecting higher burden on our healthcare system. Because currently, you will talk about brain drain. I saw a consultant, I think nephrologist, saying that in the current statistics for consultant nephrologists is 1 to 1, is it 1 million in Nigeria? Now imagine a situation whereby, and what happens when antimicrobial resistance occurs, and we do not track it down now, is that it increased hospitalization rate. People will keep on coming back and coming back and coming back to treat the same thing. And it increases the burden on our healthcare system. The same time a doctor would used to attend to like other people, they will keep on using it to attend to same persons. So we see that, and then we've had the role of the medical laboratory scientist to help the physician track down and know how to make their treatments more effective. So, like I said the other time, you cannot know if a drug is resistant if we do not tell you that it's resistant. We are the ones that know the pattern. We see it from the lab that, okay, after a while, and that is the reason for data. We have our data. So we see it from pattern that, okay, over a while, and for example, we have MRSA, which is the methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus, which is being tracked right now. That is the role of a medical laboratory scientist. So we see the pattern, we see the drugs that are being resistant to these things, and then we alert the policymakers that, see, these are the drugs that we've seen over time that is becoming resistant to this class of organisms. So it involves and it informs them of the kind of policies that can be taken to prevent these things. So in the National Action Plan it took effect from last year 2024 to 2028, over a 4 years period. There is the antimicrobial stewardship, which is a policy that promotes the prudent use of antibiotics in both human and animal. Do you know, shockingly, that one of the major contributors for drug resistance,
this particular question,
is from animal.
I wanted to ask you about agricultural livestock.
That's
where my question is going to come from, because it's very, like, I'm aware of the fact that the medication they use in treating what we ingest can also cause a lot of antibiotic deposits in our body. So I wanted to ask you that. I wanted you to even explain in great detail how that's, because a lot of Nigerians consume chicken, beef, pork, stuff like that, and these are the medication that these what will I say? The owners of this poultry, they don't even have the knowledge. It's not as if they have a veterinary doctor that is taking care of their livestock. They just, maybe, let me just put antibiotics, let me grind it into the water they are drinking, let me do that, and then they are feeding these things, and for us consuming it also is depositing in our body. I wanted you to explain that for me. Those are one of the questions that I wanted to ask you.
Okay, so you see, we in this our country, we are used to, we believe so much in knowledge that we don't have. Some of us, we've turned ourselves to doctors, we've turned ourselves to veterinary doctors, we've turned ourselves to mechanics, we've turned ourselves to talk about anything.
Jack of all trades.
So, and this is creating more harm than good. It is very right that antibiotic deposit comes from this livestock that we consume. Talk about cows, chickens, and all that. So sometimes the antibiotics being used for this treatment in these poultry, sometimes they are used for prophylaxis. That means they don't see anything happening to those chicken or those birds or those.
Before anything happens.
Before anything happens and all that. And that puts the the drug deposit in the meat that is produced from this livestock.
So no matter the cooking that you cook is still going to be
it's
there.
still going to be there. It's not an organism that dies by maybe you eat them, you subject them to high temperatures and all that. No, that doesn't happen.
So that means this particular drug doesn't have any effect, like negatively, because if they are giving it
does.
So no, I'm talking about the livestock, not us. Yeah,
Okay.
it does have a very, very bad effect on us because that's what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the livestock because I'm wondering how an animal will be taking this thing, and then the last consumers of this thing, are going to be the ones suffering from it. So that means maybe it doesn't have any effect on the animals, or what? Why exactly are they giving the animals those things?
Drug resistance to happen in
Animals. Okay.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
And what happens is that when we now consume this produce, we take these, we call them superbugs, because they've been exposed to these drugs over time, and they've built immunities against them. And that is one. And we have zoonotic diseases, which is from animals to humans.
Yeah.
So as it affects them, it affects us too.
Okay.
And that is where the role of policies come in. That is where it comes in.
All right, interesting. I know you're enjoying yourself on the conversation this morning on Perspective. We're discussing the crucial role of medical laboratory scientists in the fight of antimicrobial resistance, and we have Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele on the conversation. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we dissect and ponder better on this issue. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Please sip your coffee. We'll be right back.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHallaTV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
At ConsumerHalla TV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Well, I appreciate you for still staying there and watching Perspective on ConsumerHalla TV. This is where we have discussions about pressing issues and burning issues making the round. And on the conversation, we are having something important that it's crucial to talk about. That is the crucial role of a medical laboratory scientist in the fight against antimicrobial resistance. And we have Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele on the conversation. Now let's get to it. What are the implications of AMR on Nigeria's healthcare system?
So when we talk about the how this directly affect our healthcare system. One of the things we'll talk about is the effect of AMR, which is treatment failure. You notice that you keep on treating the same thing over and over again, and then this is increasing the burden on our healthcare system. So take for example, another topic is this typhoid thing. When people say that I have typhoid, and I have this thing, I have that, how do you know you have typhoid? Because before you have typhoid, the way you ingest salmonella is, have you taken any dirty water? Did you, how are you sure that? You can't even assert. If you have typhoid, you won't be the one to tell us you have typhoid. So you just say people just when they feel fever or they are pooing, they tell you that they have typhoid.
Or diarrhea.
Or diarrhea. which of course increases the burden, the healthcare burden we are faced with in the healthcare space. Where treatments now fail. We are now burdened with the fact that new researchers will now have to look for new drug that can treat these infections.
All right, I love this conversation a lot because it has to do with the daily lives of we Nigerians 24/7. And now you've told us about the implications of AMR on the healthcare system in Nigeria. So what step can Nigerians take to prevent AMR? And how can we promote the awareness? Because she mentioned about the awareness earlier on and about responsible antibiotic use, because there is a whole lot of misuse outside there.
Yeah, that is why I must commend platforms like ConsumerHalla TV, which gives the privilege to put out this information there, because they say knowledge is power.
Yeah, it is.
More of these things are health behaviors that we've learned over generations. You see your mother treat any small thing, gives you anti-malaria, gives you one dose of antibiotics. When you give birth to, you believe that that is the pattern. And when you've seen it work once, you believe that it will continue to work. So it is on every one of us to put out that information. Like I must commend you telling your your friend about the need to go to the hospital to get tested, to get proper treatment. And then I must commend also you giving your mother a feedback that, okay, this is what I went through.
Till now.
But believe me, you've passed the message.
They don't listen. These are our mothers. They don't listen. You tell them a lot of things, they'll be like, and your mom saying, you these children of nowadays. Since, do you know what's funny is that I feel like what you're saying is very true. It's like a generational thing. My mother did it, so why is it going to be a problem for me? This issue of dusting powder, all this rub for children. If I tell my mother, when I give birth, you will not shake my baby because of shaking baby syndrome. She doesn't believe any of that. Didn't I do it for you? You know how did you?
Did you die?
She tell me, like, you know all those. They are very funny that there are things that, and I now explain to her that, do you notice that the mortality rate in the country has dropped? Because people that are giving birth after you guys are more aware. You can't compare the mortality rate of when you were giving birth as at that time, even up to 2007, compared to it now. Even we losing mothers now, some mothers already have their birth plan. They will ask you, do you have blood in store for me? Because they are informed of all of these things. So, but the older generation would not listen. They would not listen to you because we have that issue. And these are issues that I feel like the public health care system needs to address. Maybe there's a need for just not taking drugs to rural area. There's a need for proper education. And I love the fact that you came here this morning to address people, to let them know that this is what is going on in the country. You having your baby on the same bed with you is as you saying that you want to just kill that child. God forbid, a lot of people's children die. You just see them, we slept together yesterday, now what happened? You might have rolled, or the people might have rolled and suffocated, but they don't understand any of this because they've been doing it, and so it is very, very safe and practical, which is not always like that.
Very true.
All right, now, what do you think is the fears of Nigerians that make them neglect hospitals and laboratory when they are feeling ill and prefer to do self-medication, because this is becoming alarming, and right now we need to create that awareness that what you're doing is bad, and it's high time people stop it and do the right thing at the right time.
You see, one of the things I must commend the Lagos state government for is their role in helping to reduce payment of healthcare services out of pocket.
Okay.
So you see the Lagos state, what do they call them now? I think, is it Lamasa or something, that are in charge of HMOs, Lagos State
HMOs,
Health Management
organizations.
Yes. So you see them going to rural communities to tell them that, okay, you can be on this platform and then you don't need to pay for healthcare services.
A lot of them actually.
So,
Niger girls, I've seen a lot.
Yeah. So one of the major contributors for people not patronizing it's money. And would you blame them?
No.
Because the economy has affected the healthcare system too. Take for example, some years ago, I'm a medical laboratory scientist. One of our reagents used in testing HIV used to sell for 18,000 naira. Guess how much it is now?
Just to test for HIV.
As in the kit used for testing. Guess how much it is now?
How much?
120,000.
I was thinking about that.
18,000.
From 18,000.
That was when?
That was about a year ago or a year and a half.
That's 2023. Let's say 2023.
Let's say 2023.
Wow.
Now it's 120,000. Where would the money come from? People will pay. So one of the major reasons why people don't use healthcare facilities is because of money. And then the solution to that is we should encourage our people to be on HMO platforms.
So it's not only because many people think HMO is just for office people, 9 to 5.
No.
So it's not just for office people.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's
not. With the policy in Lagos State that every worker must be on HMO. If you are employing more than 5 staff, you must place them on HMO.
So Ilera Eco is also like an HMO.
Yes.
Because I know that Ilera Eco, I think it's for elderly. Is it just for elderly people? It's just
it's for everybody.
Okay. That one is for reducing the money. But it only works for public hospitals, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You've commended the Lagos state government in charge of HMOs and all of that. How can the government and the private sector support the medical laboratory scientists in the fight against AMR?
Okay, one of the things that we can do, and we that will help the system, is for research and development.
Okay.
Because when this occurs, new drugs must be discovered. And also funding. Help our system to get funding so that we can help better place our healthcare system. So there are many ways, and help in surveillance also. So these are ways that the public and private partnerships can help in curbing this particular issue, because it's a menace. It is a menace. According to the World Health Organization, about 1.2 million people face this yearly.
Yearly, not the total. Wow.
All right.
Sorry, before you go, because I know we are almost at the end of the program, I want you to help educate the audience watching right now at home, and people are going to still watch the program after we are done with this program, about the fact that AMR is a very important conversation and it's a very important issue that is affecting us. Does it have a cure? These are things that I know many of us will want to know. is it curable, or once you have that particular resistance, you have to be placed on other diagnoses?
Well, antimicrobial resistance for organisms, it's not curable, and it's not, how do I put this now? Malaria is UTI is an infection, it's a disease. STIs can be diseases and all that. But for antimicrobial resistance, it can happen across board. It can happen to just anything, any disease. So if you are resistant to a drug, the thing is that we try to get other drugs that can work for you.
That's what I'm talking about, the personalized medication.
So,
and that's a lot of money, more than the one you're supposed to avoid.
The thing is that if a drug A doesn't work for you, we look for higher strength, which will cost you more money.
You could have avoided that by going to the hospital or by going to a laboratory to, you know, check on what is going on. So what we are saying is that if you develop this particular resistance, which is AMR, antimicrobial resistance, there is no cure for it. So you need, you and your medical team need to look for other medications that would work for you. And trust me, if you don't know that you have this particular issue, it is also an issue that can lead to death. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Because there's some people that go for major surgeries and then they have infection from those surgeries, but you cannot treat them with antifungal or anti-malaria anymore because you're already used to that particular one and it's not working for you. And these infections can be, you know, a facilitator of death. A lot of people have died due to this particular issue. So that's what we are talking about this morning.
All right,
Thank you.
interesting. Now to brush things up, because we have to round the conversation up this morning. What message would you like to convey to Nigerians about the importance of the medical laboratory scientists in combating AMR?
What I would say to us is, beyond seeking medical attention, make sure that when you have things like UTIs, get tested.
Exactly.
Because that's the only way you can know what drug will work for you.
That's true.
Drugs is not one shoe fits all. It's not one shoe fits all. The same this infection that person A has and person B has, maybe one of the drugs can treat A and not treat B.
Really?
So it's due to the exposures we've had over time.
Okay.
So the thing is, when you have you believe that you are feeling sick, seek proper medical attention.
Please do.
And then when you need to use antibiotics, your doctor needs to use antibiotics on you, get tested.
All right, interesting. It's been a insightful and engaging conversation with the help of Mr. Oluwafemi Peters Oladele, joining us on Perspective Live in the studio this beautiful morning to talk about the crucial role of a medical laboratory scientist in the fight against antimicrobial resistance. And hopefully you've said all these things. I hope we, because I don't want to use Nigerians, because we all are Nigerians, so I hope we act swiftly to all these things, and definitely we might overcome the issue of AMR in Nigeria. It's a very beautiful conversation. Mr. Oluwafemi, thank you so much for joining us on the conversation once again. All right, we need to bring all things to an end on Perspective. Another beautiful edition of Perspective will be back tomorrow. Remember, Perspective is where we talk about all the pressing and burning issues making the round. I am Ire Ayo Mikuleke. Bye for now, and do well to enjoy the rest of your day by being productive.
Aspiration, to finally bring to birth this unique and exciting platform, So it's a digital telecast, and our goal is to further connect consumers in Nigeria to brands with insightful news, development within the fast-paced world of consumers. The world of consumers is growing at a very fast pace, so we want to inform Nigerians. We want to get them educated about their rights, So our role is that we're going to educate consumers in Nigeria, all right? So by bringing them specialized and what you call analytical, research-based content generation that will inform, educate, sensitize the audience, So that's ConsumerHalla TV. So I call it an offshoot of our ConsumerHalla brand. ConsumerHalla brand actually was the first we call it the first complaint or consumer complaint resolution portal. When we started it about 10 years ago or about 7 years ago, it became the first complaint resolution portal. We created it so that Nigerians can actually lodge complaint on that portal. We spent a lot of resources to build a very robust platform where today, if you have any complaint, about any brand, any leading brands in Nigeria, and you go on that platform, you can actually click, just a click, you can find the brand, you can actually lodge your complaint, and once you submit it, that complaint will be routed to that organization, and within 72 hours, we will obtain feedback for you. We build it in such a way that we have connection to almost all the organizations, and it's been working. We've resolved several complaints for people without having to charge them any penny, because the idea is not to charge. So what we have done with ConsumerHalla TV is to take it to the next level. So we hope to change the narrative. We want to give the right direction. Nigeria has the largest consumer market in the world, with a population of over 220 million people. Why should we be the one that is suffering the most? Everywhere you turn to, it's as though Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. You're traveling, you buy a ticket. For whatever reason, an airline will wake up middle of the night, delay the flight for whatever reason, and then you'll be waiting at the airport for hours. You'll be there for 2 hours, 3 hours, no any explanation. Then while you're there, they can even wake up and say, oh, flight has been cancelled. So everybody carry their luggage and go home. Nothing happened. Of course, things are changing. We must commend government because government is beginning to wake up, but there's still a lot to be done. And we believe that we can help to make, bring about those right changes. So we offer deliberately, part of what we do is that we also offer advocacy. All right. We're not just an advocacy organization, but we offer advocacy. We have a legal team. We have lawyers that are registered on our platform. All right. That can also take up cases. Okay. So, and we've taken up many cases like that, and won those cases. So ConsumerHalla is a platform to help consumers to, we're not fighting brands, but rather we say we're bringing about an amicable, resolution of conflict, such that it will be beneficial to the consumers and also be beneficial to the brand. I remember the word of Jeff Bezos. Bezos is the founder of Amazon. He said that the most important single thing, all right, for an organization is to focus obsessively, use the word obsessively, on the customer. We often say that customers is a king. They should sit at the top of the ladder. In our environment, customers are the ladder. A brand wakes up today, decide what product to produce. They wake up today, decide how much the consumer should pay. They wake up to decide everything for consumers. So consumers are just at the receiving end, and yet they are milking the consumers. There's no price regulation in this country, none. people just wake up and fix prices. Look at the power. Government wakes up, we change policy, we wake up and we get people to pay more. We think it's time for consumers to begin to speak out. In speaking out, in engaging, we can get the brand to begin to do what is right. And of course, I know that the consumers themselves need to be educated. So our role, our vision also is to ensure that we educate consumers, we bring awareness. A lot of Nigerian consumers don't even know about their rights. You buy a product from a supermarket. I've had this experience. You buy a product from a supermarket, all right? For whatever reason, you take that product back to your house, and maybe something went wrong somewhere. By the time you take that product back to the shop where you bought it from, and you say, "Oga, this thing," you know what's going to tell you? "Oga, na me make am. Na me make am now. That's why I buy am." Meaning that there's nothing I can do to the product. So you lose the product, then you lose your money, because the money is not refunded. The product you can't use. Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Let me give you another experience I had. In the course of this, because I went around, in doing this. I was in US, I was in UK, I was in South Africa, I was in Germany, just because of this, to just study the environment. I was in a friend's house in UK, in London, and then what happened? We were going to go out, and he was going to dress up. So he said, "Oh," to me, I was seated in his sitting room. So he said, "Oh, wait a minute, I picked up an iron, that's the pressing iron, 2 days ago or so from a store. Oh, let me try this, let me just try and use that to iron my shirt and we can go out." So I was seated, the TV was on, I was watching. While I watched him, he brought out the pressing board, spread it out, brought the iron out in my presence, plugged in the iron, and then as soon as he switched on the power button, we just had a spark. Boom! The guy was raged. Then he goes, What just happened?" So he said, No, these guys are in trouble, they're in soup. I was thinking, what are you going to do? I was trying to compare that experience to what would have happened in Nigeria. In my presence there, he opened the pack. There was a card inside it. Inside that card was a call, number to call. And he called the shop or wherever he got the thing from. I was hearing the conversation that was going on. And all he said to them on the phone was, "Look, by the time he even called, clearly because they already, through the call, they could trace where he was calling from and who was calling. He said, "Yeah, I picked up this number, I picked up this iron yesterday, and guess what? I just plugged it to power, and then this thing just, stopped, didn't work." At the other hand, I could hear the voice, "Oh, we're so sorry. We're sorry about that." And they said, "This is your address, yeah? Don't worry, we'll get you a replacement." All right. So my friend ended the call and dropped the. So I said, "So what's going to happen?" He said, "Don't worry yourself now. Shebi, we're here. They will bring a replacement." I said, "They will bring a replacement." He said, "Yes." I said, They won't even try to check whether it was your fault, because it could have been your fault. Maybe you didn't do something well about the first." "No, it can't be his fault now. Shebi, it's a brand new item that he bought." While we were still talking, in fact, I'm not even sure it was up to 30 minutes or so, we had a knock on the door. He himself said he must be the dispatch person. By the time he opened the door, it was a dispatch man that was on the other side. And then the dispatch man was at the door. Just watch this. Was at the door. I was seated in the sitting room. The guy was at the door to meet with the dispatch guy. The dispatch man that brought the replacement iron, I heard him say, "We're so sorry." So I was so shocked. I mean, a dispatch man, this guy is a dispatch, so also apologize. I was so touched by that. Even a dispatch man was so trained to tell the guy, we are so sorry. And guess what? He brought the replacement iron. By the time my guy opened the iron, it was a bigger size iron. So they replaced with a bigger size iron. The guy never asked for the one that went bad. He didn't say, "Oga, where is the other one that we gave to you," so that he could take it back. No, he just bought a new one and gave it back. So I asked my friend, I said, "Can you interpret this to me?" He said, "Here in London, if they didn't do this, they know the next thing I will do." So I'm just going to grab a lawyer and I'm going to tell them they've destroyed something in my house. By the time I'm done, they will pay through their nose. Because the consumers are conscious of their rights. In Nigerian consumers, even those who are aware, won't even take the battle up. Everybody just go, what can we do now? Today they wake up and ban this. What can we do now? So we're going to change the narrative. We have to stand up. So the vision of ConsumerHallaTV is really to create an engagement platform that constantly mirrors the minds of consumers and provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria. Thus, we believe, will be forming part of that our overall vision, of creating a more caring world of consumers where businesses thrive. So I think that we'll make our impact. We ask you to join us on this journey. ConsumerHallaTV will drive engagement. It will also be there to help to promote brands that are doing what is right. So we're not out to criticize any brand. Rather, we have to complement what the brands are doing, because there is no organization that or a business that was set up to fail. Nobody set up a business to fail. So there are just gaps that needs to be fixed. So together we can fix things, and together we believe that we will create the right story for consumers in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV.
At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand.
Thank you so much for joining us. The time is 10 o'clock. Welcome to Sorry for that break in transmission. We begin the news at 10 this morning as the National Bureau of Statistics said that it would normalize Nigeria's inflation data for December 2025 over a projected spike in last month's consumer price index. This was disclosed yesterday during a virtual stakeholders engagement convened by the NBS and the Nigerian Economic Summit Group. NBS explained that the expected spike in inflation is driven by technical base effect linked to the recent rebasing of the inflation series rather than changes in economic fundamentals. It was reported that multiple analysts have projected a spike in the headline inflation for December on the back of base effect, and projection ranged from 31.4 to 32.4% year on year. And our leaders talking about the Nigeria's federal government under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is on course to spend more than 91 trillion naira on debt service between 2023 and 2028. The size of debt highlights the mounting cost of public borrowing amid persistently weak revenue performance. And this estimate is based on a review of debt service provisions in the 2023 and 2024 budget. The 2025 Appropriation Act and forward projections contained in the medium-term expenditure framework for 2026 to 2028. Meanwhile, the scale of the projected debt service also reflects a combination of rising fiscal deficit, a rapidly expenditure debt stock, and elevated interest rate conditions that have intensified since 2023. The federal government of Nigeria has allocated a total of 334 billion naira for contributory pension schemes across the various agencies in the 2026 appropriation bill. This budget allocation is intended to cover pension contributions for 674 federal government agencies, parastatals, universities, teaching hospitals, and security agencies, among others. The amount is detailed in the 2026 budget proposal, which was recently submitted to the National Assembly for approval. The price war in the petroleum sector has continued to deepen as some retail outlets have dropped the prices of petrol below the 739 naira per litre. Since the Dangote refinery slashed petrol pump prices from about 900 naira to 739 naira in December, many importers and depot owners have lamented. And now, to remain competitive, many operators were forced to sell petrol at rates below their cost. During the survey over the weekend, newsmen observed that some stations now sell